Today I present to you my first ever trio base, the Ascension. The base features a nice and tight compound with 6 large furnaces, a funneled entrance that connects to the external mobility leading into your open core, containing 3 split bunkers and enough storage to last you and your teammates your entire wipe. The open core progresses quickly out of the expandable starter, and with that out of the way, let's get into the tour for the Ascension. And you get all of this in one base for a manageable build cost and upkeep. Starting off the tour with one of our 3 identical external TCs, you can see the upkeep right there. And to disconnect it, simply place this roof and connect it back with the frame and upgrade it once again to metal. Heading into our gatehouse, you can see that we have great visibility outside our compound to catch any grubs trying to get some cheap kits. Right here we also have some Patrico peaks leading into our compound on both sides and also into our furnace wall in case it's broken. Heading inside the compound, we are instantly met with some great turret angles covering the entrances. And proceeding forward, you can see our nice little head glitch peak there. It's kind of a one-way if terrain allows for it. This right here is one of our 3 bedrooms and compound, providing great peaks behind our furnace wall, as well as some respawns, kits and a battery in each. Proceeding into our funnel entrance, you can see one of the 3 turrets covering the funnel, as well as some great one-ways into our compound. And this also gets us into our 3 mobility chutes, which leads us into our open core. Our open core contains 3 bunkers that are all split up from any splashing done by rockets. We also have 2 extra loot rooms with 4 boxes in each, and our entrance down to our starter. The starter can be done however you like. This is just how I did it, and as you can see, the starter has enough room for any sleeping bags, boxes, furnaces and other deployables you might need early game. This right here is our main TC upkeep, and it also has a vending machine bunker to increase raid cost in case they raid through the door path. Proceeding up our central mobility, you can see a retake here which we'll come back to later. Jumping up one of our mobility chutes, you can see that they grant us a retake into the shooting floor as soon as we open the door. To our left we can enter our shooting floor, and to the right we have some nice drop down bedrooms that has great Patricos for far angles to the left and to the right. As you can see, our shooting floor is covered by 3 turrets. The shooting floor features funnel gaps for downward angles and some Patricos for far angles with some extra head protection. Going into our 3rd floor, we have some extra storage as well as some respawns and a battery for our roof turrets. The battery is well hidden behind this locker right here, and I recommend you don't lock the locker so they don't break it. Going down to the retake that I mentioned before, this one can be used as a one-way for any unsuspecting raiders. As you can see here, it's very hard to shoot back from the shooting floor itself. Jumping up another floor, you can see some great retake spots here that cover the lower parts of the roof. This module also contains some nice downward angles into compound, as well as some breach peaks with Patricos for head protection, and also some retakes to the higher part of our roof. This door we enter our roof area, and in the center we have some extra respawns with retakes and another loot room. The open roof area has great turret coverage, and as you can see, we are well protected from any FOBs trying to shoot us while we are running around on the roof. Going through this door down here, we have our way down into our compound towers. These provide some respawns and angles in case you can't use your shooting floor or roof. To use the ladder hatch upward, simply place a deployable like a barricade to be able to reach it. That was it for the Ascension. Now I'm gonna show you how to build it. To start off, we will place a triangle and a square. Inside the triangle, we will place a TC with a single door in front of it. After that, place a double door to the right and wall it all in. Now, simply fill it in with whatever deployables you might need early game, such as boxes, bags, furnaces, and a tier 1 workbench. Now, to expand upon your starter, place a triangle in front of the double door, with a square to the left and the right, and then just fill in the gaps with triangles. Now, simply wall the entire thing in except for the triangle in front of the double door frame that I just placed. After placing this double door, it's all up to you how you decide to fill in the starter. This is just how I do it and you don't have to follow my lead. But if you decide to do that, just follow whatever I'm doing on the screen right now. That's it for the starter, and whenever you can, just make sure to upgrade everything to metal. Now we'll walk around to the outside and upgrade our TC triangle to HQM. If you can't afford it right now, that's okay, just do it whenever you feel like. From here on out in the video I will be building out of the final B grade, which will most likely just be metal all over. Now replace this double door with a garage door and create a jump up as such. You can place whatever you want below it. I'm placing electric furnaces for our early game, and you can place some temporary solar panels or whatever on top of your starter. On top of the wall to the left we'll place another full wall, and behind us we'll place a half wall with a window on top. Now just seal it all in with a double door and you're good to go. To finish the central part of our open core, we'll place loot rooms on top of the two empty double triangles, and on the squares we'll place door frames that will connect to our bunkers and the external mobility. Now fill in the double door frames with double doors, which you can later replace with garage doors. Then place garage doors on the loot rooms as well as in front of our central mobility chute to secure it. The last step of this floor is to just place the boxes in the loot rooms and add whatever deployables you might need. You can also place garage door in the central triangle, which I will do now, but you can do it later if you don't have the gears or metal frags for it right now. The last step before moving on to our compound and externals is to just simply seal in our mobility chute and add this nice little ankle biter retake to our roof. And now just replace this double door with a garage door and you're all done. From now on, most of this video will be built with 3-way symmetry on. Now on all 3 sides of the double triangles, make sure to place 3 triangles and remove the first one. Then place a frame and another triangle on top of each of those 2 triangles. Then build out another triangle, a square and another triangle. Remove the first triangle and the square, and then replace everything like this. When building this, I forgot to add in this frame right here. You have to add that in order to connect everything, otherwise your stuff will decay. Now to finish off this area, just add these triangles with walls and a floor on top, and then add in these walls to the left and to the right, then place half walls on top of everything with floors above it, and that's it for this area. Also, this half wall should be placed the other way around. Now below our double doors on the second floor, we'll place 3 triangles and then do a multi-TC build out for it. Just build out 7 squares and remove all of those squares and build the back with half moons. If you struggle with this, just slow down the video and repeat exactly what I'm doing right here. Now just build out 2 squares and on the last squares add 2 triangles to each side, and then place windows to the left and to the right and a single door frame in the middle. Add half walls with floors on top of it, and then just create a simple airlock with a window to the left and a single door to the right. Now just go back inside and place these walls right here for it not to decay. Now it's time to build our externals. On top of the triangle of the gatehouse, place another triangle with 3 squares following it. Remove the first triangle and the first square, but don't upgrade the other 2. Then place your TC in the left one and put a single door on it. Top of the 2 squares, place a triangle and remove the inner triangle as well as the 2 squares. Then do this build out and follow whatever I'm doing. In the description I will leave a guide on how to do this lineup. If you struggle with it, make sure to practice it on a build server before going on a real wipe. That the bunker opens so that you've done it correctly, and then build out 3 triangles, remove the first 2 and the square, and then build back a square and 2 triangles to replace the square with a triangle. Now jump on top of our gatehouse and place in this square frame. Make sure that the bunker still opens, otherwise you have placed it on the wrong socket. Then place a triangle and 2 other square frames to connect it all, and upgrade this as soon as you can to HQM to prevent soft siding. Now to finish off the gatehouse, just place in these doors and then place strengthened windows on all of the windows. I also forgot to place the floor above the airlock, but please don't forget to place that. Now to place the compound wall, stand on the inside and line up the walls with this foundation right here. Doing this should make the other wall just slide right in place. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Now when you've done this, just go on top of your gatehouses and placing these barricades. It's 2 on top of each, so you will need 12 in total. And that's it for the early game compound. So unfortunately, during the editing and voiceover of this video, I have become ill, and that just means that I won't be doing as much voiceover for you guys, and I hope that's fine by you. Thank you for understanding. If you all enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as I put a lot of time and effort into this. Even if you're not gonna build a base, please show your support. As always, thanks for watching.